Hello, good morning. It is now Sunday. It is 10 a.m. My boyfriend and I are going to head off into Abergavenny shortly for a lovely breakfast. We went to a cafe recently called K&K Kitchen and we had a very delicious lunch there, but we were eyeing up the breakfasts and we were thinking, okay, let's go there for a breakfast. Although knowing me, I'll probably have something else. But let's see, I'll decide when I get there. Had quite a slow start. We've been drinking coffee in bed and chit-chatting, putting the world to rights as we do. I've just been paying the band for last night's gig, which is one of my favourite jobs to do out of all the admin tasks. It's just nice, I don't know, because it makes people happy to get paid, doesn't it? And I like making people happy. Of course, it does mean it has to come out of my bank account and go into somebody else's, but never mind, let's not think about that. Anyway, right. Gonna clean my teeth now and then I'll be ready to go. Well, we've picked the wrong day apparently for the cafe. It is closed. Closed. No sign of life from within. There's the back of the market there. So we're gonna park up anyway and find somewhere else to have something. It's funny parking actually. We were looking at the thing. Monday, Wednesdays to Sundays. But what about Tuesday? So is it like free on Tuesday? Isn't it lovely weather again? Look at that sky. Oh yeah. We've got very nice floral displays out at the moment this time of year. Well, that one's got a big bee in it. Buzzing around. IB's just called out, I'm going to get me hat for the sun, you know. Oh, I can't keep up with that bee with the camera. Oh, there he is, he's gone in there now. Ooh. Oh. The market's closed, but it looks like there's all bird sculptures in there. Look, there's like a mallard duck and a swan, I think. Are they suspended from the ceiling? Yes, they are. Let's just come closer. They're amazing. I always like the suspended sculptures. What do you think, Ivy? Look at all these.
They're very good, aren't they?
They're lush. That's such an effect.
Yeah, very good.
I'm trying to get you a reflection-free shot. I don't know if I'm succeeding. It's nice and peaceful on this Sunday morning. Birds are twittering. There's a gentle breeze moving the branches around on the tree. The sun is beating down on my back. Well, we've come to somewhere with a very fancy sounding name, the Regency Hotel, and apparently it is a hotel too. We've got a seat quite near the window. I've kind of ordered most of the vegetarian breakfast, but basically without toast and beans. And he's having a normal breakfast.
No, I'm not.
Aren't you?
Poached eggs and bacon.
Poached eggs and bacon. Oh, there we are. Ooh.
I think this squid, is it? I'm looking at
That sounds out of context. I don't think I'll bore you with the conversation we just had with the waitress, but
it might sound a bit, yeah.
She's telling us about her earworm because I started. No, I'll have to tell you now. I'm having coffee anyway.
Mind boggle.
No, I'm going to have to tell you now why he was saying that. So basically, this music was on in the background. I am filming, you know. You're telling the camera about the squid chopping. I was singing along with the backing music that's in here, as you do, when she was bringing the coffee. So I was going, here comes the coffee, here comes the coffee. And I said, I'm making up a new song about it. And so she was telling us about her earworm, which was something about chopping the squid, and it kept her awake for hours. But anyway, right, that was that. And now he's Googling it because he wants to know what it was. Okay, we have to film IB's breakfast. It looks very nice. Here's mine, and the waitress said, oh, there's some more coming, so I don't know what else is coming. So I've gone for hash brown. Oh, I did ask for two, maybe that's
Sorry, it was for another table.
Oh, right, okay, thank you. Actually, something else did come, look. Condiments. Got some spinach. These are Glamorgan sausages. They are vegetarian by their very nature. It looks like parsley. Got a tomato and a poached egg. Oh, I'm going to tuck in, I am. Since we've both acknowledged the fact that we don't need enormous breakfasts in cafes, we're not leaving stuff. Like, we can eat everything that's on the plate, whereas before we're paying more having a bigger breakfast and then just couldn't eat it all. So I think this makes sense going forward. Anyway, that wasn't that small. That was very nice in there. We're heading back now. He's got lots of stuff to do. I think I might actually practice my flute. I was feeling like guilty and ashamed because I kind of got out of the habit of practicing because I had that just very heavy gig week last week. And I just kind of stayed out of practice and let it go a bit. And then I've kind of gone through guilt and shame, and now I've gone back to enthusiasm again about that. Now, the parking, right, you know, I was saying this is bringing me to the parking bit. So we think it's General Market Day on Tuesday, and he thinks they maybe just have no parking available because of the market holders needing the parking for their vans and things. That's the theory, but if you know, let me know in the comments, because then everybody else can read them, then they'll know too. Well, we're back, and I'm just going to get my flute out immediately and do some practice. Come on, flutie, out you come. Imo actually wants to play you today. earplugs. They're from my pocket, they are, from gigs. So it's not that I've been using them. Well, I mean, yes, I've been using them at gigs. In one ear, I just have one in to hear my intonation, actually. You know, if like you sing or talk with your fingers in your ears, you can hear your voice louder. Works like that with the flute as well. But obviously, I can't put my finger in my ear while I'm playing the flute, and anyway, it would look ridiculous, even if I could. So, yeah, I quite often will have one earplug so I can just hear my intonation, my tuning, and adapt it if I need to, you know, if it goes out of tune, whatever. Oh, I don't need this on now. I quite often am taking my hat off in shots, aren't I? Because I put the camera on and I'm like, oh, I still got my hat on, and then take it off. Yeah, I don't always have the earplug thing. It just depends on how noisy the gig is and whether I can hear myself clearly or not. Anyway, I'm going to practice now. I have been doing very geeky things. I won't go into details, but nerd alert for about the last 2 hours, I think. And before anyone says anything, these are for my flute, not for smoking joints. I'm feeling hungry now, but I'm also feeling like having a walk, so I'm going to eat some cold leftover pizza that's been in the fridge since last night. And then go for a walk, and my darling boyfriend's going to come with me, apparently. I've got quite a lot. That's goat cheese in that one. So that's for me because he doesn't like goat cheese. So I've said, right, you need to eat the meat ones. I'm ready and waiting to go on our walk. And I was looking at my hair just now. I was thinking, and after time I re-dyed this, I've got a bottle of red hair dye, Nature Tint. It's been on my chest of drawers in my bedroom for absolutely forever. So this is me reminding editing me, dye your hair. Be like a new lease of life. I did my nails though, first time in absolutely ages. It had been so long. Somebody asked me why I stopped, and well, I didn't really mean to stop. I just forgot about it for ages, really. Too tired in the evenings. I always do it before bed because I'm so bad at it. It splodges all over the sides of my nails. And then if I go to bed and wake up in the morning, it looks a lot tidier. It somehow magically disappears in the night. I don't know how. So I always like to do it last thing before bed, but I'm usually too tired at the moment. But yeah, I got back into it. I enjoyed that, actually. Or I should say I'm enjoying having them anyway. It's couples exercise time, walking along the canal. Sometime later I'm showered, changed, and I must admit I've eaten a pot noodle because I didn't think I was going to last. Those little slices of pizza didn't fill me up. Anyway, right, I'm pretty much ready to go. I'm just packing up the last few bits and then I'm going to hop into the car with Hugh, so I will see you somewhere else. Well, we've arrived at our venue. It's in Gloucester and we have played here before. It is the one I was thinking of, actually. I was racking my brains and I wasn't quite sure, but this one kept popping back into my memory, and it was this one, and it's very distinctive looking. I'll try and get you a shot. It's full of people at the moment, so we've set up all the gear, but we're not making any noise yet. We're waiting for them to finish eating, and desserts are being served at the moment. But yeah, it's a very scenic one and it's a very old one, and I can't remember how old it is, but I have vlogged about it before. But here it is anyway, behind me right now. It's so big I can't quite get it all in. Ooh. It's English heritage apparently. Oh, blinking out. As soon as I get the camera out, it starts blowing with wind, doesn't it? This is literally a repeated bit of vlog because I've definitely filmed this placard before. But anyway, long story short, 16th century. Oh, seagulls are making a right old racket, aren't they? So they're all in there at the moment, having a good tuck in to a very delicious looking dessert. Anybody in the courtyard? I can hear some noises from somewhere. Presuming kids. Oh no, it's not a kid. Yeah, adults playing some sort of game. There's a seagull up there making a bit of a noise every so often. Oh, and that one. There's a bit of old remnants there jutting up against the roof. The roof looks old. I mean, you can see a lot of it's been repaired or is more modern, but some of it's really ancient looking. These are very striking, aren't they? Honestly, they look as if they've been designed. I'm going to head back in. We're all set up. We haven't sound checked because they're still eating. Look, Hugh got me a lovely cup of tea. Well, it's coffee actually. Right, we set up as you saw, and we didn't quite sound check, and then they started speeching, and I was getting really drawn into the speech because it was very engaging and funny. But I've come outside now. Now, I attempted to do this earlier, but it was so rushed. I just ended up filming the thing and saying pause and read if you're interested, but I'm going to do it properly now because I've got more time, so I'm going to scrap that and not include it in the edit. Let's have another little go, shall we? Let's explore this in a bit more depth because I've got ages now, because I think they're going to be absolutely ages. Right, so glasses off because varifocals, just no. Let's just no. 8 centuries of use, and I have talked about this before in a vlog because we've been here before, but you've probably forgotten because I've forgotten and I edited the blooming thing. So anyway, the medieval priory buildings were converted in the 16th century and are still in use today. The house House of Dominican Friars was founded here around 1239 with the support of King Henry III, 1216 to 1272. That is proper old history, that is, and I'm not putting the camera in the right place. Right, where are we? Here we are. At its peak, the priory housed 30 to 40 friars. By the 16th century, however, the handful of remaining friars had been reduced to miserable poverty, forced to exchange their chalices for ones of tin and copper. Oh, goodness me. Now, this geezer here that you see here, Sir Thomas Bell, 1486 to 1566, a cloth maker, which would have been jolly useful because, you know, we all need a bit of cloth, draper, and 3 times mayor who converted Blackfriars Church into a mansion, Bell Place. In 1539, at the suppression of the monasteries, Gloucester alderman Thomas Bell bought the priory for 240 quid. He turned the church into a mansion for himself and his wife, Lady Bell. Oh, that would have been nice. A great spacious thing to live in. The nave in front of you was shortened and narrowed, and large new windows and chimney stacks were inserted. Bell converted other priory buildings to become a spinning and knitting factory. Really? Until the 20th century, the church was still inhabited, and many of the priory buildings were in industrial use. Well, there we are. See, I've read this before and I've forgotten it all, so it's just as much a surprise as last time. In this picture here, we have got Blackfriars Church, drawn by William Stukely in 1721, showing the new windows and crenellated chimney stacks. Got wind coming now, so I do hope the audio is all right. This map here is a map of Gloucester in 1610 by somebody called John Speed, showing the proximity of Blackfriars Priory to Gloucester Castle to its left. That's it there. Now, I might actually be able to film this courtyard in its entirety. Why is it getting windy now? Don't be windy. I want to do speaking. Right, anybody here now? Nobody's here now. Yay. So we can do a bit of finding out now. I'm on in, see what we can find out. The surviving priory. Gloucester Blackfriars is one of only 2 Dominican priories to survive substantially intact in Britain. The main buildings formed a quadrangle around the cloister. You can still see parts of the cloister wall and joist holes for its pentis roof, which means a lean-to roof. To your left are the remains of the outside wall. Yeah, good, thanks. I just had a lady come and ask me who I was because she thought I'd wandered in off the streets, but I said, oh no, I'm in the Cayley band, just passing the time. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, a tiny 13th century lancet window from the dormitory survives in front of you. So I think that's there. Not quite sure. Now, remarkably, the scriptorium, where friars copied and wrote manuscripts, survives virtually intact on the first floor to your right. Ooh, one of the ones over there somewhere. The Gothic arches of the lavatorium, the washing place, are visible below it, where the friars washed their hands before entering the refectory. The Dominican friars were called Blackfriars because they wore a black mantle and hood over their white robes. These buildings housed various industries after the 16th century, including a stonemason's workshop, ships, chandeliers, I don't even know what that is, chandeliers? I'll put on screen what the meaning is, I'll look it up. And later a large mineral water bottling factory. The centre of the West Range behind you was converted to a terrace of private houses in the 19th century. Now, the Dominicans were keen scholars studying philosophy and science as well as theology. This gave them the skills and knowledge to preach effectively. They worked in individual study cubicles or carrels in the scriptorium, as illustrated here. The cloister was originally paved with decorated ceramic tiles, as revealed during excavations. Why is there always bird poo on it whenever I try and show you? And here's the floor plan. So there we are. I was thinking there's something strange looking about this facade here, and I know what it is. It looks like they're just like doors, like if you opened it and stepped out, you go, wah, and you fall out. But presumably there's something to stop you falling out of those, or they just don't open, so I don't quite know what the history of that was. Right, I'm going to go and rejoin my band now and be ready to go in the minute we're needed. There's my food. Having a quick munch. Oh, you think he's smelling the... Right, I'll better eat it quick then. This is from last night's gig. We're all set up here. They're going to be dancing here. And they're all behind me right now on a second sort of like half, a lower level half of the hall, or whatever you want to call it. So we're going to start imminently. I can show you that bit. There we are. They're all sitting and standing. There's some fantastic top hats, actually. Done the first set. Quite a long first set, to be honest. And now we're eating again. I have a bean burger in there and one stuffing ball because I've already eaten half of it. Look at that time, 20 past midnight. I've been back for about 5 minutes. I've been chatting to my daughter up in her room. She's on good form. Yeah, she's tired. She's been working too. So we're both tired after working. I'm going to be going to bed very soon. That was a very pleasant evening indeed. It was a stunning venue, as you might have noticed. They were a lovely crowd. Not much more going on here tonight. I'm going to bed very soon. Thank you so much for watching today's video though. Please give it a like if you happen to like it. Subscribe to watch more videos from me. Hit the like button and all that, and I'll put some things on the end screen here in case you'd like to watch some things from me right now, and I'll see you in the next video. Good night.